The Packers kick off their 2022 preseason with a loss to the San Francisco 49ers, but the win and loss column is not what matters, more so individual performances, obviously. And there is a lot to talk about after the Packers play an interesting game with Jordan Love at the helm for the first half, Danny Etling for the second half. The man of the hour, though, is obviously Jordan Love, and he is going to be the man of the hour for every preseason game from now on until whatever happens with this whole Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love debacle. Whenever that comes to an end, that's when Jordan will stop getting so much attention in the preseason. For this game, though, he did show a lot of improvement from last year, at least. He looked a lot more calm through all aspects of the game, showed a lot more pocket presence, wasn't so ruffled by pressure. And for Packers fans, that has to be at least a little bit of a sigh of relief because that seemed to be so much of a problem for Brett Hundley and DeShone Kizer. Not that we were hoping those two would be the future of our franchise, but that was just such a problem for them. So it's good to see that Jordan is not so impacted by that. He did still make mistakes, obviously 3 interceptions, and the 2 first ones are not on him. The third one seems to be a bad move, but hey, we don't see the play design on that one fully. Either way, though, doesn't look like the greatest decision. There were still some bad throws here and there, but overall, Jordan's showing some improvement, and I'm excited to see what he shows in these last 2 preseason games where he will undoubtedly be taking most of the quarterback snaps. Big B, anything you have to add on the former first-round pick?
Not really. I was very impressed with his performance. I feel like people are being very harsh on him, but they want him to fail, so I mean, I'm not really taking it personal. But
Yeah,
I was impressed. I really liked his performance, and hopefully he can build on it.
yeah. Danny Outling, man, he was fine. He had 8 pass attempts, and people are ready to claim that he is better than Jordan Love. And I am just so sick of this yearly fight that we go through every single year on
Yeah.
Twitter. Just please bring us to the regular season so we can get done with talking with this.
Yep.
Another player to bring up here, Amari Rodgers on offense. He played for quite a bit of the game, probably all 4 quarters. He saw some playing time, and he's another player who we're looking for a lot of improvement out of. I think he showed that. He's been having quite a few good practices at training camp in his second year out of Clemson. We do know that he slimmed down quite a bit, going from 220 to 202 pounds. So you love to see that, and it showed on the field, his weight loss, slimming down a lot faster. And just it looks like he's more ready to play that slot role, a faster guy that we're looking for. On kick and punt returns, and kick and punt returns in practice, he looked pretty decent. He looked improved. And then in this game as well, he burst one off for 51 yards. So that's great to see. And hopefully Amari can take that second year jump and kind of fill in for that wide receiver position that we're expecting a lot of guys like him to have to step up and improve from their former selves. Onto the defensive side of the ball, I did want to talk about Jack Heflin and Kingsley Egnagbar. Hey, I mean, in the second and third quarter, when they got their playing time, they made the most of it. And Jack Heflin, especially, is just showing that strong defensive line depth that the Packers finally have. TJ Slaton played great as well. And Jack Heflin had one series there where he was in the quarterback's face almost every single play. So you'll love to see that. And Agbar seemed like he had a slow start to camp, a quiet camp, some might say. But in this game, he proved to be pretty well. So good to see the performance out of those 2 young players. Big B, tell us about 2 young wide receivers that you thought had a good day yesterday.
Oh yeah, my boy Danny Davis. Love to see the former Badger making some plays. Had a I think 33-yard touchdown from Jordan Love. Jordan Love put it in the perfect spot. Danny Davis made a nice adjustment, caught the ball, went into the end zone for a touchdown. Love to see it. Then made his first catch of the night was I think on third down, I think, and it was I think a 12-yard reception, but got him in a manageable distance to convert for a first down. Love to see it from Danny Davis. He is probably going to make the practice squad, so this preseason will be huge for him. And then Romeo Dobbs, of course, showing out, transferring everything from the practice field onto the game. Jordan Love missed him on a deep pass on the same drive he caught the touchdown. So I'm glad that he got his touchdown and Jordan Love actually hit him. But two receivers, two rookies making some big plays.
Yeah, Danny Davis, I think, like you said, we'll have a pretty good spot on the practice squad, and then we'll just have to wait for its opportunity in the regular season, and the Packers will have a lot of interesting decisions to make when it comes to roster cut down time. And Danny Davis will just be another one of those guys that they're going to have to, just hold on to him as a prospect and see what they can get out of him throughout the season.
Gotta change
Dobbs,
him, though. Number 20, just not it. Gotta change him to
I
82.
I kind of like it.
You do?
Yeah, I like the 20. It's a unique one for sure, but I think I like it. I think he fits it well because he has a unique build. He's really tall and skinny. He's a unique dude. So I think the 20 fits him pretty well.
Yeah, maybe I need some time to get used to it, but
Maybe.
yeah.
What do you wear at Wisconsin? 8?
7 and 6, I think. You're two different
Oh,
numbers.
6 is disgusting. I don't want to see that on anybody. Dolan Leavitt. I don't know if it's just because of Dolan Leavitt having a bad performance last night, but I don't want to see that number 6.
Looks good on defense, but I don't know about receiver.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. Speaking of Dolan, by the way, he did suffer that shoulder injury last night on a rough play. Man, when he was making that tackle on the 49ers wide receiver, it looked like his collarbone, his shoulder just completely collided with the wide receiver's helmet that he was trying to tackle. So that's brutal. He looked fine getting up afterwards, but don't want to see him go down. Another player with a shoulder injury was Tipanaliai, the outside linebacker, so we'll have to see the progress on them. He did have Sean Ryan go down for a play or two. Looked like he had kind of got the wind blown out of him and just he was holding on to his ribs, but he went in back after that. So good to see Packers mostly escaping the first preseason games without any injury. One last thing I wanted to bring up, talking about Dolan Leavitt. We saw Leavitt give up 2 touchdowns yesterday, just got absolutely burned. Yeah, that was rough. And some of it's like you had Danny Gray and whoever that other wide receiver for the Niners was that just have some incredible speed. So it looked like it was a bad matchup for him either way. But that was a rough showing. So I'm definitely concerned about the Packers' secondary depth back, both at cornerback and safety. I know I saw somebody bring it up the other day that Kevin King would be the 4th best cornerback on this Packers roster right now. And hey, I'm not a defender of Kevin King, but I'll fight off some of his haters to a certain extent. But that's definitely true. You look at, we have the great 3 in Stokes, King, or no, not King, Alexander and Douglas. But other than that, they lost Shannon Sullivan, they lost Kevin Keene, and they're sitting there now with Shamar John Charles and Keandre Thomas, Kabion Into as their cornerback 4. So it's cornerback and safety are 2 places where you really got to hope that if their name is called upon, those young guys as depth pieces can step up and not be a liability on this defense, because otherwise this defense is going to be great and they're going to live up to the hype, I think. That's all we have for you, wrapping up this first preseason game for the Green Bay Packers. We'll be here next week getting ready for the Saints preseason game for the Packers. Only home preseason game. Only time getting ready at Lambeau next week. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we'll talk to you later. As always, go Pack Go.